and welcome to my YouTube channel, where I'll be analysing various Forex charts which I believe are showing potential trading opportunities. I use primarily Elliott wave theory, but also some technical analysis to identify potential entry points. Today I'll be looking at the Euro-Canadian dollar from the monthly down to the 1 hour, and we'll see where it's been, we'll try and see where it's going, and along the way hopefully learn something new. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be adding videos daily, so you do not want to miss out. So let's start from the monthly time frame, where we have the beginning of this trend, and it seems to me like we have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4 and a 5. So that's a complete downtrend here, which means that this whole section here is a correction to this downtrend. Now we only need 3 waves for a correction, but we can also have 7 waves or 11 waves. So what do we have here? Well, what I believe we have here is what we call a W, X and Y correction. What's a WXY correction? Well, within the WXY correction we have 3 waves. So let's just put in an ABC here, A, B, C, and then we have this down move here, the X wave down, and then another 3 wave pattern within the Y wave, which would complete our 7 wave correction. So we have the WXY and within them an ABC, and then the X wave, and then another ABC. So if this is a complete cycle, it means that we've started a new trend, a new downtrend here. So let's have a look at that on the weekly time frame, where we can get a little bit more information. So let's have a look at the weekly time frame, where we have this 1, 2, and then this is one big wave 3 all the way down to here. Now we are pulling back up here. You can see that we've made a nice impulsive move up. We don't know yet if this is the end of a wave 3 and we're moving up on a wave 4. I think maybe this is just going to be an ABC. We've seen quite a few of them already on this weekly time frame, with an impulsive move down afterwards. So maybe this is just going to be something like an A, a B and then a C, and then we're going to carry on going down. None of that is confirmed yet, so we just need to observe, watch the market, see how it plays out. So let's go down to the daily time frame and see what we've got. Let's have a look at this pullback a little bit more in detail, and let's see if we can try and predict where it's going to end to the best of our ability. Obviously nothing is sure in the market, but we can make some educated predictions. So this is the beginning of the pullback, and yet again we can see a 7 wave pattern. So let's get our WXY tool, and we're going to have these 3 waves here, 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be our Y wave. We're going to go back down here for this 1 wave for the X, and then we have a 1, 2, and we're going back up here for the Y. Now let's just double check that, and we'll put in our 3 waves, 1, 2, 3. We have our move down for the X, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, now it looks like it's coming to the end of this correction. One of the rules that we have for this WXY correction is that let's get rid of the subwaves there, so we can just see a little bit clearly that the W wave and the Y wave will be of equal length. Okay, so you can see that it's kind of getting there. It's I would say that this Y wave is probably a little bit longer, but it's, you know, it looks correct. So let's have a look at some technical analysis to see if we are correct. What we want is for all of the data that we have to align so that we can make the best educated prediction that we can. Now, what do we know technically about Euro Canadian dollar? We know that the known resistance and support is at around 13503. That's kind of our known support. Okay, so we're actually at that level right now. And we know that we can go back, we can see that around these levels we've had some resistance. We're having some resistance here, we've already seen that. Let's kind of zoom in a little bit more. We've seen that. Now this is great, this is good timing because we're just pushing up through that known support that we have on the 3503 level, which means that we are probably going to test another area of resistance. So let's look at the most recent resistance. In fact, I'll just move on. Okay, I've got it here. Probably going to go up and test this other level of resistance, where if we look back, we can see that we've had some other points here that has shown support and resistance on that level. So I think it's a good time to take it down to the 4 hour now, so we can see a little bit clearly. And look, we can see here that we've actually already recently, within the last couple of weeks, tested this level here of resistance. Let's just double check that. Let's go back just a little bit more and see if we've had any other. Yeah, you see we have these other points here of resistance. So this level is looking like a good level that we could potentially go up to test the resistance, to end that 7-wave correction, and then come back down to continue the downtrend. You can see that on the 1 hour time frame where we have this level of resistance, we've kind of bounced around it quite a lot. We've come down and now we've pushed through it. So I would say that we are going up. Let's target maybe this area here, okay, which is going to give us a little bit of a bullish move up to this area. And then if we push through this area of resistance, we're going to be looking at this area here, 35,691. And from that point there, we are going to be looking at turning it around to come back down and continue the downtrend for that big wave 3 on the longer time frames. So let's just draw that on here. We are looking to remain bullish up to this area here. It's not a very good arrow, but you get the point. And then if we break through this level, we're going to be looking up to go to this point here. And then once we get here, we're going to be looking at trying to turn back down to go short for the continuation of the longer time frame downtrend.